London Paddington, London's westernmost terminus. Between 2022 and 2023, it had almost 60 million entries and exits. It's probably because it serves 13 train platforms, crossrail services, and 4 underground lines. For the history of Paddington, I recommend you look at Jago Hazard's video, which I found very informative, about how Isambard's planned extra spaces in case trains became a big thing, and they did. Paddington serves 4 underground lines, the Bakerloo, the District, the Circle, and the Hammersmith and City lines. With the District line, you can go to Edgware Road and Wimbledon, and if you want to swap to Ealing Broadway, Upminster, or Kensington Olympian, you can just get off at Earl's Court, which is not too far away. The Hammersmith and City line goes to Hammersmith and Barking, though it does share its stations with either the Circle or District line across the whole of its route. The Circle line goes to Hammersmith and Edgware Road. Just make sure you go in the right direction. You should be able to get to Edgware Road both ways. It just has more than one way, and the thing is, one of them is way shorter than the other. Here's a map. The Bakerloo line goes to Elephant and Castle, and also to Harrow and Wealdstone. Additionally, the Elizabeth line also serves Paddington, with services to Reading, Heathrow, Shenfield, and Abbey Wood from the Elizabeth line A and B platforms. I do believe that very early departing trains, or very late ones, do leave from the main line platforms inside the stations, especially to Heathrow. I do think that trains to the east are more common than trains to the west, especially to Reading, whereas I feel like they only come every half an hour. For national rail services, there are 13 working platforms. I say this as platform 13 doesn't seem to exist. Wikipedia says it's closed, so I'll just believe that for now. GWR operates out of here, with services to or stopping at Penzance, Plymouth, Exeter, etc. And places like Swansea, Newport, Gloucester, Cardiff, Worcester, Cheltenham, Oxford, Swindon, Didcot, and Reading. These are just the main stations. The main routes are to Penzance and Bristol, with additional ones to Worcester, Oxford, Swansea, and Cheltenham, from my experience. I honestly don't think it's worth it to go on these services, as they cost a fortune. These are prices for 10 days in advance. 10 days. Other than price, the services are decent, except for some crowding on some routes. These trains can become so packed, so you need to be there at least half an hour early just to get a seat. Even if trains are delayed, they're normally not as bad as other services. Personally, I think Paddington Station is a nice overall design. It doesn't feel too big, but it still feels grand. The platforms are organised in one place, and there's a clear area for a couple of shops and a couple of restaurants as well. There's easy access to Crossrail and underground services, and there's parking and taxis in a convenient location, as well as many buses nearby, including National Express buses and coaches to airports like Luton or Stansted. I do recommend that you check out the GWR information center inside. Even though they say that the prices are the same, when I went there, the tickets seemed slightly cheaper at the GWR help center. Right in the middle, there's also a bike area, and also a statue of Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I do just want to note that from Paddington, you're able to get to many major hubs. For example, Marylebone, Liverpool Street, and Waterloo, using the Waterloo on the Bakerloo the Bakerloo line. It's called Bakerloo line because it runs through Baker Street and Waterloo, which makes sense. And to Liverpool Street, you can take the Elizabeth line. Also, to do with the waiting rooms, I haven't really seen anyone ever use those, so let me know if you do use those. Honestly, I don't think many people show up that early to get their trains. And if they did, they'd probably be roaming around. I get that it can be tiring carrying around luggage, though there are some seats in front of the screens with all the train times right in the middle of the station, which I see as more straightforward, as you don't need to go in an entire separate room. But I guess it does make sense if you want a bit of peace and quiet. You can take buses to Marylebone as well, pretty sure the 36, no, 27. One of those goes to Marylebone and Baker Street, and the shops inside the station do include three, no, maybe two Pratts. You also have, well, that is a lot of Pratts. You also have the Sainsbury's, the M&S, and Costa or Starbucks for those of you who are into that sort of stuff. Not me, really. I do recommend Angus Steakhouse across the street, not sponsored, obviously, on Parade Street, right across from the station. From all the steaks I've tried, which is not many, best one. Well, I had a burger from there, but still. Nearby stations within walking distance include Lancaster Gate, Queensway, Bayswater. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it. Oh, and Royal Oak. Edgware Road is a little bit further away, but if you don't mind the walk, it's okay to not pay an overpriced fare for the tube. And TfL is underfunded, but I do think it's quite a lot. At multiple exits, there's one to the big parking lot, there's also one to the canal, and there's two to Parade Street actually, the main one and the underground one, which serves the district and, the district line. And the Hamilton City and Circle lines are served from the canal one. There is a new entrance on Parade Street as well, which means there are going to be three entrances, well, there are three entrances. They built it while I was making this video, so I've been debating whether or not I should include it. I decided, since I'm already late by a long time, because I've been a little bit lazy, that's going to be my next video, and then I'm going to have my three-parter, which is going to be about Bilbao, which is interesting. Other than that, Paddington 3 is coming out soon, which is nice. Hopefully it'll be as good as the first two. And for Bilbao and Santander, they are hopefully going to be made soon. I'd just like to apologize for any shaky camera footage or a very mumbly voice. I am working on that, I promise. I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye.